Hello students, I am again here with the PPC. Now moving forward, in my previous lecture I have discussed about what is PPC. We have also seen the graphical representation. Now in this lecture we will see the properties of PPC and we will do some practical questions related to MOC. Properties of PPC. First property, PPC curve slopes downward from left to right because more of good X can be produced only with less of good Y. Now understand this first property. If I have to produce more of X, then I have to sacrifice some of the good Y because my resources are what? Fixed. First assumption of the PPC which I have discussed only, that the resources are fixed. Second, PPC is concave to origin. Normally the shape of PPC is concave to origin because marginal opportunity cost is rising. Second property is PPC is concave as MOC is rising. Third, it is because the MOC, the PPC is concave to origin, we have discussed it. MOC is remain constant, the PPC would be a straight line. Suppose marginal opportunity cost is constant throughout, then the PPC shape would be a straight line, it will not be a concave shape. Moving forward, you will understand in the graphical representation. Why PPC slopes downward? It is because that both the commodities cannot be increased together. As I have already said, my resources are limited. If I have to increase one, then I have to decrease the another product. If I have to increase one good production, then the production of another good must fall. Why PPC is concave as MOC? Now here comes the new name of MOC, which is marginal rate of transformation. Rises, therefore PPC is concave to origin. Now calculate marginal opportunity cost in the given example. As I have told in my before lecture, the formula for MOC is delta loss upon delta gain. Now we will apply here only. What is the loss when I am shifting from 100 to 90? The loss is 10 and then there is a gain in rise of 25. Similarly, when I am shifting from 19 to 70, what is the loss? 20 is the loss and there is a gain of 25 in rise. You will see the solution. Just see the solution. When I am shifting from my resources from wheat to rice, there is a loss in wheat and there is a gain in rice. Delta loss, which is 10, is divided by delta gain, which is 25 in the first. Now moving on to second, delta loss is 20, delta gain is 25, so our MOC is 0.8. Moving on to third, the delta loss is 30 and again the gain is 25, so 30 by 25, and again 10, again the loss is 30 and the gain is of 10. Now you can see here MOC is rising. First for it is 0.4, then it was 0.8, 1.2, 3 and at last is 5. Now what can you say about the shape of PPC? Yes, the shape of PPC would be concave to the origin because here MOC is rising. What happens when MOC is constant? I have already told that PPC would be a straight line, as you can see. What happens when MOC is decreasing? Now we have seen three situations. First situation is when MOC is increasing, when MOC is constant, and third when MOC is decreasing. Now if MOC is decreasing, the shape of PPC would be convex to the origin. Shift in PPC. What happens when there is a forward shift in the PPC? It is happening because of two reasons. When your resources are being increased. Take for an example, when I was having a 1 hectare land, I was producing on this PPC only. This was my first PPC. But as soon as my resources were increased, my land has been increased. Therefore, my production will also increase for both because the same land was being used for both. Now another land again I have taken, then another that land is again being used in the production of both the resources, hence my production capacity increases. First reason is this. Second, if efficient technology is being used for both, suppose I was having a land and that wheat and rice were being grown. Now I'm moving towards the modern technology, and modern technology has been applied on both the goods, on wheat also and on rice also. So there would be a forward shift in the PPC as the production is increasing. Moving forward, backward shift. Similarly, if the resources are being decreased or if the inefficient technology is being used, that is the reason why there would be a backward shift in the PPC. Same example, if I had a land, a part of the land I have sold out. As soon as my land has been sold out, my resources has been decreased. As soon as my resources has been decreased, my production will already affect, and there would be a fall in the production of both the goods, because before I was using the same land in the production of both, and as the part of the land has been sold out, the resources has been decreased. Therefore, the production of both the goods will also decrease. Second, inefficient technology has been used for both. Suppose where when I was using modern technology and I am now shifting towards the substandard technology or the technology which is below, then this also will lead to decrease in the production. Rotation. Now, mind it, shift happens when there is change in both the goods. Rotation happens when the change is only in one good. You can see that there is a rightward shift in case of rice, or shift not, it is a rotation, because efficient technology is being used for rice only and the resources has been increased for rice only. That's why there is only change in rice. One point has been shifted, the point of wheat has not been shifted. This would be known as rotation in the PPC. Similarly, if the technology and resources has been increased for only particular wheat, then there would be a rightward shift, or we can say the upward shift in case of wheat, as the resources have been increased for that particular good only, or the technology has been increased for that particular good only. Actual and potential level of output. PPF, or we can say the another name of PPC, which is production possibility frontier. It indicates the potential level of output. Potential means the maximum output which can be generated. It is the maximum level of output which can be achieved through efficient and fuller utilization of resources along with the given technology. When you will see the graph, you will be able to understand. See the point B here. Point B shows the fuller utilization of resources, and this is also the potential level, maximum level which can be achieved. A, B, C, D, E are all the points which are showing the potential level. Means I can say if the point is lying on PPC, it means the potential of the PPC, and I will consider this as the fuller utilization of resources. But if the point lies under PPC, then this would be known as underutilization. In the graph, I have noticed that the point which is lying, see this point which is lying under PPC, it will be considered as underutilization of resources, because my potential was up till A, B, C, D, E, but my production was not able to reach there. Now the production has been fallen and it has been lying under PPC. That's why it is known as underutilization of resources. Now, talking about potential and actual, if your whole resources has been utilized, you may achieve a level which is actual equals to potential. See, talking about when suppose if I had a 1 hectare of land and it is fully been utilized with efficient technology and the full resources has been used, maybe chances are there I can achieve my potential level, and this may be also my actual level also. It may be my actual level also. So potential equals to actual only when your resources have been fully utilized and the technology is being efficiently used on the production of those goods. But if the resources are not fully utilized or the technology is being not purposely used, or efficient technology is not being used, so there may be chances that you are not able to achieve your potential level. Your actual level may be lying under the PPC, which shows underutilization of resources. Now, talking about extreme cases when two PPC intersect each other. See, this is one of the extreme case when two PPC intersect each other. It only happens first. You can see this is the original one, and the second is the change which has happened. What the change has happened? There may be a chances the resource has been increased for rice and the resource has been decreased for wheat. Therefore, there is a downfall in case of wheat, and there is increase in the production of rice. Another situation can be inefficient technology is being used for wheat and efficient technology is being used for rice. This has led to increase in the production of rice and decrease in the production of wheat. This is the one of the extreme case where the two PPC intersect each other. Thanks, students. With this, we are completed our first chapter of microeconomics, which is dealing with the intro and the main concept of PPC.